Y'all, I cannot take this show serious. It's giving low vibration. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Adore DJ, back with another video. I know it's been a while. Honestly, copyrights has stopped me from doing so many videos because I just was trying to be careful with my YouTube. I did not want it to be deleted. That's why I'm creating a second page. Make sure you follow my backup YouTube. Anyways, I am sick also. But guys, if you are new here, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And make sure you stay tuned for my next video. But also watch this video and let's get right into it. So we're going to be talking about DejaVu. DejaVu is on NowThatsTV network. Honestly, I wanted to start it since the first episode because this show is so low vibration. It's so low vibration. Like, a lot goes on. I think it's hilarious. Real ghetto. Real ratchet stuff. The only downside about NowThatsTV, the quality is not up like Zeus. The audio is terrible. So it's like me doing a review on it. It's just, it's too much. But let's get right into this episode. So this episode picks up with Abby, Prince, and Andy on the balcony. And, you know, Abby's trying to figure out what's the beef. She constantly say, what's the beef? And she don't understand what's the beef. So, I'm sorry if I sound weird. I got holes in my mouth. So, Andy tells her she always says her opinion when it's not needed or when nobody asks. So, Abby says, like, so what I'm supposed to do when they hear calling me names, like when they saying I got an oven booty, or they say I'm built weird, or they're just making fun of her. Prince follows up and say, you know, I'm gonna ask you a question, like, what do you do for them to say that? Because, you know, they're not just saying that. For real? Are we watching the same crap? Because a lot of people in this house just say stuff to say stuff. Just to be mean. Like, it's been always like a bully thing in this household. So when he said that, that actually pissed me off. I'm like, Prince, you've been here since day one. You've seen all the fights. Well, maybe not, but you've been here seeing what's going on and transpiring. And it's like he constantly tries to blame Abby for what they're doing to her. No. So you think what Lauren did was okay? You think that was Abby's fault? And that shit, that people like that, weird. Like, Prince, he, just let me know what y'all think about that whole conversation on the balcony. Let's move on. So Cologne, Kenzie, Draco, Holly, and Judy, they're sitting on another balcony. And, you know, I think they're talking about Gucci because, like, somewhere in the midst, somebody said, like, you know, he felt uncomfortable and blah-de-da-de-da. And Kenzie was like, if a man feels disrespected, he would let it be known. He ain't just gonna be like, oh, he not gonna say nothing. So, that's when Kenzie also mentioned, like, you know, the camera, it sees everything. And that was that for that balcony scene. And so now we're getting to Abby, Kenzie, Judy, and Cologne. They're in the bathroom. And Kenzie's doing Abby's hair. And Cologne is doing Judy's hair. And right off the bat, here go Abby like, oh, you know, she's telling them her insecurity. That's one. I need her to stop doing that. But Cologne also tells her, like, you know, when you walk into the room, you need to know that in your head, like, you are the baddest girl. Like, no matter what, you could look a mess, whatever, it don't matter, but you are the baddest. And I like the advice that he did give her. So then she goes back to, like, body shaming herself, like putting her confidence down. She's, you know, you got a great body, Cologne. I wish I was as skinny as you. And then she's telling Judy, you know, your body is amazing. Did you get a BBL? And Judy like, no, this is all natural. I had a booty since she was in diapers. And she starts getting into, like, everything that happened between her and Lauren. And they're just giving her advice, like, how to handle it next time, basically. Like, you should have never told her, like, hey, you could go into my bag. None of that, which I agree on. But let's get into Sydney and Lauren. I'm running through these quick because I'm trying to get to, like, the real juicy parts, y'all. But Sydney and Lauren. So they're outside having a conversation. Lauren says, I'm going to say it's Moolah. Moolah hit her up to fake a script argument on the show because they said the show was called Bad Boys of LA. Not LA, I'm sorry, Atlanta. And we all know when they posted it, I might put it right here. When they posted a flyer for the show, Mulan, it was Mulan, Rio, and Moolah. So that triggered it. I'm like, it got to be one of the three. And I automatically was like, Mulan not going to ask her. And Rio, I don't know about Rio. But she said Moolah hit her up to do a scene on the show, a fake scripted argument. Because, you know, he didn't want to be, he was getting tired of people saying the G word to him like that. He was the G word. You know, I can't say the word. I don't think I can say the word. So that right there triggered. I'm like, the only person on the show who's straight is Moolah. So basically, in words, Lauren said Moolah never paid her for the show. And, you know, Sydney Starr like, oh, he asked me for an interview, but I never gave it to him, you know. And then when she seen him on Bad Boys, she's like, dang, maybe I should have. And Lauren like, no, because he's not going to be anything. And that really clarified it, guys, that it was Moolah. Because if y'all don't know, Bad Boys of LA was originally on Zeus. And Moolah and Mulan and Rio tried to steal the show name and go onto another network. And he did have a he was supposed to have a dating show on Zeus, but when the whole Bad Boys of Atlanta came out, they had to change it to Hot Boys. And they canceled Moolah's show. So, basically at the end, Sydney and Laura like, yeah, you know, we're going to be surviving Moolah. Like, they bleeped out his name. But if you can read Sydney lip, I kept looking hard at it. She said, surviving, yeah. And that's how you know. So, everybody now is in the kitchen. And, yo, I'm so sorry. Anyways, so everybody is now in the kitchen. Draco whipped up some tacos for everybody. Everybody enjoying it. You see Sid and Diamond playing around. But then here you go, Kenzie trying to fight Sid. She tries to hit her, but security quicker than that. They said, bop! Have her food fly right back at her. And towards Cologne. Sauce flies on the floor. Almost takes off Cologne's foot. And so Kenzie gets very mad. She's like, why y'all not letting me get to her? Why y'all keep protecting her? Just doing the most. So she like running around the table trying to get to Sid. And one thing Sid gonna do, she gonna run. She gonna run for her life. So Sid, you know, Sid now talking her ish like, you're not gonna touch me. Oh my God, my throat. You're not gonna touch me. You can't get to me. Security was protecting Sid. Because Sid doesn't fight. So we now see Kenzie and Diamond outside. And Diamond is basically telling Kenzie that she's doing too much and you're bullying Sid. Took the words right out of my mouth, girl. Sid said multiple times that she doesn't want to fight, and Kenzie reminds Sid. I said Kenzie reminds Sid. Kenzie reminds Diamond the first night she was doing too much. Diamond told Kenzie that she corrected herself, and Kenzie said the same thing. No, you didn't. Anyways, Diamond mentioned also that Kenzie is was just telling Lauren that she was bullying Abby, and now you go around doing the same thing. And right here, I love Diamond for this, because Diamond was keeping it 100% real. Like, why are you doing this? Just yesterday, Lauren was just doing this to Abby, and now you come around, you doing this to Sid still. I don't know how long Sid and Kenzie was beefing from. I can't even say it's a beef. I think since the first episode, yes. Kenzie's been acting crazy on Sid, and it's been irritating. The difference between Diamond and Kenzie, Diamond was drunk as what on the first night, and she was annoying as what, but she did correct herself. And now Kenzie, it's been since the first night you've been doing this, and you've been trying to fight Sid, and a person is telling you straight up she doesn't want to fight. You're bullying now. You're doing too much. When are you gonna stop? So Kenzie throws a fit outside. You know, she's talking ish about Diamond. She's mad basically Diamond told her about herself. And she's like, oh, don't tell me about myself. Don't ever think you could do that to me. Y'all, Kenzie is always doing too much. Trying to really run up on Sid and hit her. Like, when a person tells you they don't want to fight, after that, that's considered bullying. And that's what Kenzie's not getting. So she's mad at Diamond the Body and now going off at Diamond the Body, calling Diamond the Body the names. And Diamond the Body just walks away anyways and goes back in the house. Because she know what she said was true. It's true, Kenzie. You're doing too much. I don't know what's the issue between them. If I missed something, please let me know. Because I don't remember. What really did Sid do to Kenzie? I think it's just that Sid just be talking. Honestly, you can't take Sid serious. Sid wants that attention. Sid wants the camera time. And like, she's funny to me. I'm just sorry. She's funny. Annoying, but funny. So back in the house, they're now going to play a scavenger hunt game. So they end up finding out that some are going bowling, some are going to the studio. And let's talk about this bowling alley. So basically everybody there who went bowling just was doing way too much. Everybody was super drunk. And like, you have Gucci and Diamond, they're trying to make each other jealous. You got Abby and Andy arguing. She said he got a little shrimp. He couldn't say nothing after that. Then you got Abby telling the camera that Gucci and Judy hooked up or did something on the couch. And then Gucci's on everybody. Diamond following behind her. Behind him. And that was that for the bowling. Like, they were twerking, they was dancing. Lauren basically showed up half naked to the bowling alley. And I'm like, this is a family place, but whatever. But they did have a good time in the bowling alley. Now, out of the bowling alley, that's when their sloppiness just shows. So Diamond is yelling, bro. Diamond yells too much. Diamond is yelling, or maybe that's how she talked, but Diamond is yelling at Sid. Like, that's why we don't bring you nowhere. And so they start going back. Judy immediately is outside, like, throwing water on people. For what? I don't know, but I found that disrespectful. And Cologne, he ends up, like, ripping Sid wig off by the end of that whole situation. Like, they were literally arguing about nothing. But let me tell y'all a scene that pissed me off. Lauren, once again, coming at Abby. For what? Abby was hyping up Sid. And so Lauren gets her in her face. She's like, don't fucking do that if you're not gonna be about it. Where's Michelle? I just noticed Michelle was missing this whole episode, basically. She was in one scene and that's it. Michelle needs to come and do what she did the first time, because, like, Lauren is she really needs to get it just one more time. So now everybody's in the van. And you have Cologne and Diamond arguing about God knows what. So basically, Cologne tells, did I say Abby? No, I meant Diamond and whatever. In the van, you have Cologne and Diamond arguing about God knows what. So Cologne ends up telling Diamond that, you know, you let this man skeet on you and now you're tooth brown from it. And Diamond is getting upset. Like, she's like, these is $15,000. You never seen $15,000 in your life. And the reason why it's brown is because it's chipped. And while I was fighting, and he like, no, you have no standard. Like, you have low standards. You're easy. And, you know, they just keep going back and forth. But what ends up happening in the van is that, once again, Abby cannot hold her liquor. So she throws up. They even gave her a bag. She throws up. And she ends up throwing up a little bit on Judy. Judy ends up running out the van barefoot. And she's screaming and just doing, I can't say she's doing the most because she's reacting to being thrown up on. And I would be upset too. But I don't know. I feel like Judy, what she does just be forced to me. Like, every time she gets buck on TV, like, she legit tried to hit Abby. The girl is sloppy drunk. What are you really trying to do? What are you trying to achieve? You're gonna look like a bully beating on somebody sloppy drunk, and I hate that. I hate that. But I understood like her frustration, but you could have screamed at her and that's it. Like, you try. And she's saying she walking bare feet. You could have stood in one place. You're the one who's choosing to be going back and forth doing the most. So now we're at the house, and Cologne and Diamond are still going at it. Cologne is putting his fingers all in Diamond's face, like telling her to back up. He's even, like, he hit her head back with his hands, and he even pushed her while security was standing right in between them. And that really irritated me. Because one, NowThatsTV has the worst security ever. Like, they let them do whatever. They let them fight as much as they would. I mean, that's not up to security. But, like, for a man to put his hands on a woman like that, I feel like you need to stop. Even if it was vice versa. Like, why are y'all letting somebody attack somebody? Or touch somebody like that? So, they finally get in the house. And Cologne, it still picks up with Cologne and Diamond. Cologne is pouring apple juice all over Diamond. And now she's slipping and falling, and she's still running after Cologne. And then Diamond comes out with the dish detergent on Cologne, and now that's when security finally decides to stop it. So Gucci walks in the house, and he see what's going on. Y'all, he looked upset. He just looked mad. So Cologne is like, look what I did to your friend. And Gucci straight up tell him, like, I'm not about to play with you. I don't know, that was fighting words, but he said, what's up? Cologne said, what's up? He put his bag down. Gucci like, all right. They squaring up. They start pushing each other. And Diamond's in between them like, oh, stop it. Stop. It's not that serious. Crazy. So Diamond here ends up getting caught in between them while they're pushing each other. And I'm like, girl, if you don't get from between these big ass boys, they will really hurt you on accident. But like, why are you in between men trying to fight? Anyway, so Cologne gets grabbed up by security and put on like just a little few feet away. Not enough, because soon as Gucci turns around and look at Diamond, Cologne grabs his shirt and they start scrapping. Really start sliding, but they start scrapping. And they start sliding on the floor. Cologne ends up getting Gucci on the floor. But that didn't even matter. It didn't even matter if he was on top or on the floor. Gucci was punching the heck out of Cologne. Bro, y'all, this is Cologne face and this is Gucci. His head was like a drill. He said pop, 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 pop on the floor. He had his head in a good position. He just kept fighting. Like, keep punching him. He punched him so hard, he ended up bleeding from right here. Like, and he got like a cut right here. Bruh, in between the fight, security trying to break it up, right? Security is laid flat on the floor. If I was him, I would have just sat there, because ain't no way. It looked like he got knocked out clean. He on the floor like this. I don't know who got him on the floor like that, but he on the floor like he was fighting. Y'all, so it took him a minute to get up. Like, y'all, he was on the floor for a hot second. He like, all right, let me get back up. That was the funniest thing about this episode. So they finally break them up. Cologne coming back over to kick him while he on the floor. Security grabs him up. He swings on security. They back on the floor. Gucci just gets back up and walk away. Gucci already know he did his thing. And so while they're taking Cologne out of the house, he's like, you like me? You G. Like, what's going on? If y'all been following up with the drama on Instagram, y'all probably know what he's talking about, but I don't. Anyways, so they finally get his behind outside. He talking like he did one. He did his big one. He did it. Big quality Cologne. This ain't it. And you know, he didn't learn his lesson from coming up LA. He liked fighting or messing with girls. Boy, calm that down. He had the right one. Gucci really handed it to him. So now we got Judy, and she yelling at Abby, and she telling Abby to lick her feet. Bruh, as soon as she was like licking her feet, I was disgusted. I was just like, what the fudge? So Lauren comes and picks up Abby and tells her, like, don't you get on your knees for nobody. And I'm glad she told her that. Like, girl, stand up. What is you doing? I'm in the kitchen. We have Sid and Diamond. They're going back and forth. I don't even know what they're arguing about. Basically, Sid now throws a trash bag at Diamond. Y'all, she said, did you throw a trash at me? She's like, yeah, because you're trash. I'm like, yo, Sid is a joke. She's a whole joke. You can't take her serious. So they arguing and you know, Diamond really hitting her. Not hard, but like, she just doing this. She just doing that. And so then you have Kenzie. She's starting to walk around trying to get to Sid. But Sid has a friend with her. And I guess that threw off Kenzie. She says, like, he said something to Kenzie. And she was like, what? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, shoot. So the security guard already tries to get Sid out the door and her friend out the door. And so her friend, like, telling Kenzie, like, what's up, what's up, what's up? And Sid, here you go, Sid, like, doing the most. I got it for you. I carry big ones with me. What? So she ends up coming back in the door, like, yelling at Kenzie. And her friend ended up dragging her outside, like, girl, I got this. Let me handle it. I'm like, yes. But all of that talking, I hope her friend could fight. He better just could fight. Because I need somebody to just calm down Kenzie. Like, oh, you heard about me. You heard about me. But no, don't be doing that big talking and then you end up losing. But that was it for the episode. They didn't even show a preview of next week. But guys, if you like this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts about this episode and the previous. If you want me to do the previous recaps, I will. But stay tuned for my next. And I'm going to do one on Big Lex. And I'm also going to do it on the final part of Bobby, I Love You. And make sure you let me know what you want.